You don't say we're live before the music starts. I mean, well, you do, but technically that's a broadcasting faux pas. Fox pass. That was a fox pass. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is another exciting episode of Fun with Bob and Lynn. And I am Bob, and she is Lynn. So I'm realizing, I guess, Lynn, you don't hear any sound effects, do you?
I do, but that's okay.
Okay, so just believe me, there was a huge round of applause for you just now.
Oh, that's sweet. Well, just point to me, and I'll know that that's going on. And you know what, Bob, I just have to say, I think we need to call today's show, at least not call the name of the show, but temporarily call it a radio show, Fun with Bob, Rob, and Lynn.
See, I told you she was going to do that.
She'll change it?
Yeah, no. I told you she was going to call it Fun with Bob and Rob and Lynn.
Okay.
Because I told him you were going to do that, and he said, no, it's your show, and then just do special guest or whatever. And I said, no, I promise you, she's going to say Fun with Bob and Rob and Lynn.
And I'm paying
and you did, and he paid me a nickel.
That was the bet.
Oh, you even bet on it.
Okay.
That rocks.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time since we've done a show in general. Certainly one since... Oh, wait, I got to fix this EQ a little bit here. Hold on. I'm feeling very...
Tinny.
Which one am I? Am I 2 or 1? No, you're 1, 2.
This is such a professional
You know
show.
what?
Check us out.
There's not a show that goes by where Lynn doesn't call attention to the unprofessionalism of it. It's true.
Well, that's what makes it so fun.
Okay, there we go. I just need a little more trouble, and I'm sure that's what the listeners were thinking too.
You need more trouble?
Yeah, I need more trouble. Okay, yeah, that's what I need in my life right now is a little bit more trouble. Okay, so... Now, here's the deal, folks. First of all, thank you so much for joining us. We can just see the numbers skyrocketing of listeners. I wish that we could actually.
See the sea of people.
I don't know if there's actually a way to do that, but we're going to assume that because we did all this heavy promotion and paid a couple of $1,000s for sponsorships and the whole appearance on Good Morning America alone should have gotten us, a good many listeners. But
I went to Fun with Bob and Lynn right now, and it's showing gas and IMAX.
Okay, did you read the instructions? Did you refresh the page?
And here we are again.
Okay, so that would mean no, she did not. But I agree, it's cumbersome. It should be that they just go to the page, and if we start broadcasting live, it takes over whatever's there on the page. But so you just tested it, right? So now it is. If they do that, and they were to actually read the instructions, then they should be hearing it live. Okay?
Correct.
So we have some interesting new things for the show today, so I think we should say right away that there is a way for you to get in touch with us. However, I'm just thinking through Skype. You can call us through Skype, but if someone was to call us through Skype, we're going to start hearing doon, 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 doon.
Oh, really?
Doon, doon. I mean, I can turn that down, but the thing is I just don't know when exactly we're going to be able to get to them. We could answer it, put them on hold or whatever, turn down the volume. It's going to be a little cumbersome. So we're trying new things, as we always do here on Fun with Bob and Lynn. It's always a new technology test. So we do have a guest in the studio today, Master Broadcaster.
That's what they call it. It's on my business card. It's on my business card, Master
Rob
Broadcaster.
Scott, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Rob, oh, sorry.
Yeah, where's my applause?
Oh, the volume's turned down. There we go.
Thank you.
So Rob and I did a show called The Lounge Show on the internet 10 years ago. I was thinking it was around 10 years, right?
Has it been
early 2000 and somethings, right?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
I will totally believe you for the purposes of this.
I'm fine with that.
Boy, they really like you. They will not stop applauding. And so we did an internet show that was not much unlike the show that Lynn and I do, where basically we're turning on the microphone and talking about not much except what interests us.
Sure.
And
we did that long, and we were big in what, Japan?
Yeah, and the UK, right?
Right.
Because we used to be able to track our stats there by country, and we really, truly did have a following. And in fact, we got a Skype
and scary, deranged following, but following nonetheless.
Nonetheless, we'll take any following we can get, and we got an email not too long ago from somebody who started their own radio show because they were inspired by
the
us.
Lounge.
Schnug Radio or something like that.
Look, you touched the world already.
Yeah.
I know. Just like I hope that you and I will, Lynn, would touch the world with their permission, of course, in totally appropriate ways.
With the meaningless and the mundane.
That's right. The quirky and the smirky.
Yes.
So let's let's regroup here. So first of all, we will, I think, at some point open it up for quote-unquote calls, which is something we've never done except when we were on Blog Talk, which we have basically walked away from because because I am just too much of a stickler about sound quality. I cannot handle...
You're a sound snob.
I am. I cannot handle sounding like we're coming over a phone. You, me, Rob, we're all broadcasters. We have to sound good. There's none of this.
By the way, I want to thank you both for letting me be a part of the fun with
Hey, shut up, Rob. I'm talking to Lynn.
I got divorced for a reason.
Right.
Okay. I don't need that.
Who didn't these days?
Yeah, I don't need that anymore. Seriously, I want to thank you both. It's
And now back in Jerry's apartment.
Kramer.
Okay. It's no fair. She can't hear the sound effects. That's one thing we got to fix somehow.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Well, they're not that good.
It's true. It is pretty much a waste of bandwidth.
It's just they're not that good. But
right.
I've watched you. I didn't watch you guys. I forget when you started, but you've been doing this a while. Mm-hmm. And I saw it on Facebook and so forth, and Fun with Bob and Lynn. So I'm very pleased to be. I just wanted to get the insincere. I'm really happy to be here thing out of the way.
Hey, it's really
great to be here.
Okay.
So now that that's out of the way, we can and I'll just kind of sit back and watch you guys do your thing
and speak when you're spoken
to.
Right,
sure,
okay.
And clean the erasers after
that's
class.
Right. If you would do that now, that'd be helpful.
So as you were saying, we eschewed Blog Talk, and here we are in Spreakerville.
Land. And we love Spreaker because we sound better and we look better, way better. And we're being broadcast in various places, Facebook's, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes. Come on. So, but Lynn and I we are committed to getting back into this show on a regular basis.
When's the last time you guys did a show?
It was I'd have to look at the page.
Forever ago.
It was. It wasn't as far back as we keep thinking, but it was back. I'd have to go back to the. I can't. I screwed up the homepage.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway.
You could have ballparked it. I don't. It's not a test.
I don't know.
You
a couple
don't
of
get a score.
a month and a half or so. I don't know. I like to be correct.
Back to our regular programming.
All right. So
on your last show, what did you guys talk about? Do you remember? I mean,
I do.
Was it just chit chat? Was it fun little chit chat, or did you discover some new things about one another? Or
well, that happens daily. But I think that the name of the show was Gas and IMAX. So I'm pretty sure that's when we went and saw Oz the Great and Powerful.
Okay.
Right? Wouldn't you imagine?
Yes, so that would be when our last one we did was, yes.
Gas,
yes.
I'm not sure what that's about. I'd have to go back.
I think it was, I do believe it was smelling gas, but not the type you're thinking about.
Was that when?
That's okay.
Is that when?
My apartment would have a gas leak in the whole complex. So I think.
You think that was that night? That seems like longer ago.
I don't even know. Let's talk about now, shall we?
Okay, fine. So, but just to get to set to so that everybody can understand what a technological marvel this particular program is.
Just ask Bob.
Just ask me. I'll tell you all about how clever I am to make this work.
Man.
So Rob and I are here in Atlanta. We're sitting 3 feet from each other. We're communicating with Lynn via FaceTime on my iPhone.
And she's in Australia.
Yeah, she may as well be. May as well be. She's in Marina Del Rey, California, thousands of miles away. But the output of the phone is coming through our speaker, so it sounds like she's right here with us, I think.
Yay!
Which is how it should
Love
be.
Technology.
But we can see each other. We can all see each other. So it is like she's just in the studio in the next room.
Right.
This is freaking awesome,
It
Rob.
is. Those were the exact words I was going to use.
Because Rob and I have been, since I've been going out to California a lot, we've been wondering, and we've always talked about since we stopped our show, how can we continue to do our show? How can we do this? How can we do this? And now I'm seeing a way.
No, right. You and Lynn now will do it, and I'll just sit at home.
That's right. You'll just listen.
and by then it'll probably be a pay
now
per
look,
listen.
Lynn is typing. She's not even with us right now.
Well, here's why. Ava Gregory is saying that she refreshed the Fun with Bob and Lynn page, and it still comes up as Gas and IMAX.
No, hold on.
So
Let me try it over here.
By the way,
she's thinking...
Oh, go ahead.
I think she thinks it's not the actual recording because it's coming up with a different name, even though it's us live looking, but it's being listed as Gas and IMAX.
Mine is also doing the same thing. That's no good. But wait a minute. How does she know that? Oh, she's not listening to us.
She said she's getting a recording Gas and IMAX. She refreshed the page and it still comes up Gas and IMAX. I think she just doesn't realize it's actually us live.
No, I don't know that it is because I refreshed mine. But you said it was working on yours. If you
I was hearing how we started.
Because I'm refreshing as everybody's hearing me refresh, and it still says
That's
gas
how
and
we
IMAX.
started.
It says,
Isn't that how we started?
No, this is still the old one. So that's no good. So, Cody, calm down. Cody is Lynn's dog, 3,000 miles away from me. Okay, so that means, hold on, let me just make sure we're still going over here. We are.
And here we are again.
Okay, stop. Okay, now we're broadcasting last week's show. Now, master broadcaster Rob Scott back here is going, what kind of a train wreck are we listening to?
Actually,
right now?
I was just wondering who won the Kentucky Derby, to be very honest with you.
Okay, so now I'm going to have to go and see what's going on. So you guys talk amongst yourselves, and I'm going to fix this.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, yeah, Rob.
Lynn, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was actually saying that we should do something called like a Quirks Corner, right? So we share these little crazy quirks that people don't necessarily know about us that maybe are even a bit embarrassing, but kind of just fun to like lift the curtain and just reveal what's
right
going on.
out of the box. 10 minutes into the show and we're already doing that kind of the dark side of what. Or it doesn't have to be dark. It's just quirky. Is that what you're
quirky side? Yeah, exactly. To laugh at ourselves because we're just all human. So I'll share one, you share one. Let's just kind of share little fun things.
I'm happy to follow your lead, young lady.
All right. So this is, I guess I should be embarrassed about it, but I just almost take it like my normal life. And that is that I will take coffee that's from the day before, and if there's leftover coffee, that's what I'll reheat and have the next morning.
Now, see how she laughs at that like no one else does it.
But I've had people look at me like I am the most crazy, insane person for doing that. Yet, it doesn't bother me, and I don't want the coffee to go to waste.
Sure.
It's my coffee.
I am very glad you set the precedent because that now I understand kind of the arena that is quirky. Because where I was going to go obviously wasn't about reheating food or anything of that nature. It would have been much more. Now I have to try to think of one thing that I'm a clean freak. I'm an organization.
Are you?
True story.
I'm an organizational freak because
We should hire him.
You know what? Here's my thinking. For example, people will walk all day in a pair of shoes. All day long in a pair of shoes, yet when they walk through the front door, they can't walk another 15 feet to put those shoes in the closet.
And now I'm hearing this knowing I've got shoes all over my floor right now.
Which doesn't make sense to me. You see, you walked all day, 15 more feet, they're right there where they belong. And I put my keys in the same place, and I put my wallet in the same place, and then no matter what, here's another one. Every time I've stood up to a wedding, and of course, obviously, if you stand to someone's wedding, they're a great friend, you get totally trashed. When I wake up in the morning, I don't even remember doing it, but my tux is completely folded and hung correctly. All the little studs are in the Ziploc bag, and they're hanging on the hanger. Everybody else's tuxes are all over the room, all over the floor. Mine is ready to go back.
Even when you're drunk. That's amazing.
Massively bombed, and I still will do that. And in fact, that's a lesson that for you youngsters at home, that's a lesson that they should learn because it's always easier to clean up when you're drunk than when you're hungover. Right?
So wait. Clean until you've had a really, full bottle of tequila, then go for it.
All right, if you two drunkards would stop talking for a second.
You told us to
I know, I'm kidding.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I fixed the page, and somehow also, Lynn, you'll be happy to know that there's share buttons appearing underneath it, too. So, now, not only have I fixed the page, but now when you go to funwithbobandlynn.com and it shows the correct thing, now you can share with Facebook, Twitter, email and Google and Pinterest and the whole thing. I think. At least it does on my computer. That could just be my Google Chrome.
Now, do you want to post on your wall just to let people know so that in case they tried and they went, what? And then they gave up? So while you do that...
So you two talk amongst
yourselves until Bob tells us to stop again.
We'll continue the drunk conversation.
No, it wasn't necessarily about being drunk. It's just one of those quirky things about me. I think it makes more sense. For example, when you wake up the next morning and there's cigarette butts in the house plants, it's awful to clean that up. But if you do it the night before when you're buzzed, it's a little easier. And then you wake up.
No, that makes sense.
It does make sense.
But what also makes sense that I think is cool is that it shows how ingrained it is in your cells to just clean up after yourself right in the moment. And my God, the peace of mind that must give, because I'll tell you, and I know Bob and I are similar, and I hate admitting it, and I'm definitely committed to changing it. But, how much time is wasted trying to go, gosh, where did I put this? where is this now, as opposed to just knowing
Yes.
where everything is.
Wow.
Because you have it, ingrained habit where you put it. And also just cleaning up right away so you don't go, now I've got this, pile of dishes from one day or something.
There's two schools of thought. There's the school of thought that my grandmother used to use, which is she would cook a meal and just go through everything and just leave it. And then my mother would clean dishes as she goes along. So you need you need a couple of pots and pans, but then those things are combined into a big thing that goes into the oven, and then while it's in there for an hour, clean the pots and pans.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Bob just hit the applause button. See? So,
see?
and I know this is a worthless topic, but it makes sense to me. When you said something quirky like reheating coffee, but that makes sense too. Why waste it? There are children in Afghanistan without any coffee.
Okay.
Right.
So let's.
By the way, I do have to just announce a shout out to Ava Gregory because she's coming on with us and listening, tuning in.
Would you ask Ava who won the Kentucky Derby?
Well, she should Skype us at Fun with Bob and Lynn, and let her be the test person. Ava, for those of you who don't know, which I can't imagine,
I don't.
that there are those of you besides Rob who doesn't know. She is in our industry as well, not Rob's industry. We don't know what his industry is. He's a master broadcaster, but
that sounds kind of dirty.
It does, and it's funny because that's not what I told Lynn. To call you, I said a veteran broadcaster, but she came up with master broadcaster, which we like because we've never heard that term before.
Master broadcaster.
So Rob, as far as I know, Rob is the world's only
first
master broadcaster. So it's a thrill to have you here.
Yes,
really,
master.
truly.
Yes. Right.
Master broadcaster.
I'm like Miyagi. I'm the Miyagi of broadcasting.
So anyway, Fun with Bob and Lynn is, with no spaces, is the Skype ID, and we're just trying this whole idea of taking a call via Skype.
Let's go to the phone, shall we?
Let's go to the phones. And if this works well, I'm thinking we invest in a Skype phone number, and then people can actually call a real phone number with their phones, and then we can truly
Is that how they call?
Yeah, they use their phones.
With their phones.
Yeah.
They can call us with their phones.
So we're 17 and a half minutes into the show, and I don't really think we've talked about anything.
I like this Lynn character.
Yeah.
She's fun.
Yeah.
I see why it's fun with Lynn.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Bob
not
is running the controls, right?
Well, so Bob, why don't we fill in the blank now and hear your quirk?
Well, if I had one, I'd be happy to share.
He's quirk free.
Oh my gosh!
He's packing up all his quirks as we speak.
Yeah,
Can I share the quirk that I was gonna? You and I kind of touched base about this. I think yesterday or the day before.
Sure. I don't remember what it was, but
I saw
sure it's a
Bob
lie,
one time. He was changing his shirts because we were going to shoot, and he's changing from casual shirt into what do you call it, the button-up nice shirt, whatever. And
this is getting kind of
since
racy.
then, every time I see him taking off a sweatshirt or whatever it might be, I've never seen anyone take off a shirt this way. And the most unique way, with like one hand reaches behind, pulls it from the back of the neck of the shirt and just over the rest of his body.
The pullover.
And that's it.
Now, she said she's never seen this. Now, you know what she's talking about.
Bob lives in a world of sweatshirts, in other words. Everything comes off like a sweatshirt. Everything comes off like a sweatshirt. So he'll do that even with a dress shirt? He'll do the pull over the top of the head with a dress shirt?
Oh, everything.
Yes. He doesn't use the buttons that came with it that he paid for?
I didn't pay for the buttons.
Yeah, you pay for the buttons. You pay for the whole thing.
No, I paid for the buttons. No, I get
just
deals.
don't like buttons.
I get deals on buttons where, so I got a contact request, and it's Eva. Yay. So I guess we have to add the contacts. Okay, so Eva, you're on, babe. Call us and let's see how this works.
Right, and let us know who won the Kentucky Derby.
And I'm just hoping that she'll be able to hear all three of us.
Well, why wouldn't she?
Okay.
Well, she should be able to because I think that line in is going to the
computer.
Now, where does this? Oh, I shouldn't really say this on a broadcast. But is she a West Coaster?
Yeah. She's in San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
And when I was first starting with my Wealth Beyond Reason program and starting all that work,
cha-ching.
And that's right. There's my little bell. For
my goodness, that's just shameless. That's just shameless.
She was one of the first people to...
Only a master broadcaster would pick up on that.
.com.
Cha-ching. Wow.
Coupon code? No, there's no coupon code. Okay, Eva, you have to press call. I mean, I could call you, but that would be awkward. So if you're listening,
awkward.
Call and then let's see what happens because she did request contact. But that means that everybody has to do that. So I guess that's just how you do it.
Well, we'll figure it out later. But what would be cool is when Eva calls in, because she will, when she calls in, let's ask what her quirk is. What's your quirk, everybody?
Gosh,
Type it in the comments
How
section.
FM morning show. Oh, here she is. All right.
There she is, ladies and
Okay,
germs.
this is awesome.
Well, look
Eva,
at that. There's her
hold on.
picture.
Eva,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. That's
oh,
awesome.
we hear her. Eva!
I am so look. I just cannot tell you how cool it is that you're our first call.
I think it's cool too.
I mean, of all the people on the planet who happen to see the post and happen to listen and then actually play the game of getting on and calling, that's just freaking awesome, Ava. Thank you.
Oh, this is very cool to be hanging out with you guys.
So, okay, so did you hear Lynn say that what she wants you to do is share a quirk?
Share a quirk. I did not hear that.
Okay, so
Have you heard any of our conversations so far?
Or
They
have-
were
Some of
trying
it,
to
but I
get
was so
on.
busy trying to find Skype.
I know. Lynn put you to a task. I know we all did. So Lynn is we're sharing personal quirks, and she shared that we're gonna have to dig for a better one for Lynn. I think I may have to dig a little deep into my arsenal of Lynn quirks to find one. But she microwaves her coffee the next day and continues to drink it instead of getting fresh ones. Rob is a neat freak and other things, and apparently I take my shirt off in a weird way by dragging it over my head with a pullover instead of like undoing buttons and things like that.
Even though he paid for the button.
Even though I paid for the buttons. So I guess that's the level of quirk we're looking at.
Okay, I get it. Oh, okay. What's quirky?
10 seconds.
Let's see. One that I have put on before is that if you walked into my place, it's beautiful and organized and clean until you open a door or a drawer.
So you hide.
That's all true confessions right there.
You
She's
hide.
a
You
closet
hide your,
messy person.
You hide your clutter.
Yes, it's very well hidden.
That is good. Rob, do you, or you're just
no,
really neat?
No, there's no clutter.
No, it's true. I've actually seen like him open drawers at his place, and everything's freakishly folded and whatnot.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, no, he's the real deal, ladies and gentlemen.
Rob, I need you to come to my place and help me.
And I can cook.
Please.
I can cook.
Yeah, but that's not quirky. That's just
No,
good.
no, it just goes along well with the cleanup thing, though. I mean, I'm a
right,
package deal.
Oh yes.
Well-
It does. I have to tell you, I don't cook. So
See?
Robin, my
By
mate,
the
he's
way-
the one that cooks, and I'm the one that cleans.
Miss Eva, it is very nice to meet you, by the way.
Yeah, he's heard nothing about you all these years.
No, but I mean, in fact, I have no Evas in my life ever, and now I do. And that's pretty cool.
Oh, I'm very honored to be your first Eva.
Thank you. This is the magic of fun with Bob and Lynn.
Bob and Lynn.
Right. That's my top value. Fun is number one, and don't you ever forget it.
Yay, we love that. And this is so great because we're truly coast to coast. Rob and I are on the East Coast. You guys are on the West Coast.
Right, it's 7:20 here, but it's only 4:20
Pacific
time, and it would be 6:20 Central.
Okay, and
okay.
5:20
Mountain Time.
Hey, so Eva, for fun, we were saying just any question you want to throw out there. It can be outrageous, mundane, crazy, wacky, whatever. Anything you want to just pose to Bob, Lynn, Rob, Mike?
Yeah, I do actually. And it's so important. Which way do you hang the toilet paper?
Oh, it's over every time.
I'm an over-the-topper.
I'm an over-the-topper, too.
Yeah, come on. I see that all the time, but are there really people who still do the back?
My ex-wife.
No way.
She was an under.
That's why she's your ex.
Yes, she was an under wiper.
That makes no sense.
No, it makes no sense.
Under wiper. I'm not liking that. I think we.
You don't repeat it. You
We
just
went
let
up
it
to
slide
PG.
by.
We just moved it to PG.
PG-13.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, kids can't go.
Okay. Yeah. So
No, it makes no sense to have it go under.
it doesn't.
Now, wait a minute. I just realized something. I'm wrong. I am an under person. So I'm going to fight for the underside.
As it were. Okay.
Says-
Well, this I've got to hear.
Okay, wait. Here's why. Here's why.
Yeah,
Because as you're pulling at it, then you stop the roll and then you tear it, and then you're not having roll start going too far, or then start.
So then, all right. So
hanging
then, do
over.
you do the same with your paper towel in the kitchen? Same concept.
It's actually a stand-up paper towel.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, you're on the West Coast. I forget.
No. So, but Lynn, you can still put
Where
your
it's
hand
only
on the,
$4.25 as
why does
opposed
it
to
have to hang
$7.20?
under or go to the back for you to be able to use that strategy?
No. I get
don't
what she's
know.
saying. If you pull down quickly and whack, it'll go. But it would still do the
Exactly.
same thing in reverse. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think
Not
that.
as much. Not
Not
as
as
much.
much.
Under. That's my experience. Because I think I was an overer, and then I went to becoming an underer.
But see, here's the problem with the underer.
I
The
love
underer-
having Eva be a part of this
Yeah,
program.
this is
This
awesome.
is really neat.
Well, but the whole point is, if it's an underer, then you're putting your hand and you're not constantly hitting your hand on whatever's. It's the under two, and so that's not clean.
Oh, so it's a hygiene thing.
I get it. It's a sterilization deal.
Yes, way to
Well,
go.
listen, I'm willing to be a convert.
Yeah, you should just try it. Give it 2 or 3 days
And you'll get comfortable with it.
and see if you don't agree. Because I've tried it the other way. Ain't working.
That's what the girl at
if
the
that,
picnic.
stop it.
I mean, I even have friends that are unders, and anytime I'm at their place, I always turn it around.
Why more people don't listen
That's
to
so
this
funny.
show is beyond me.
I have done that before too. I have fixed their error. I don't do it all the time, but I rarely come across that because most people these days get it. Now maybe in Australia they do it that way because
Isn't that where the water swirls the other way?
swirls the other way. Why
Yes.
wouldn't they put the toilet paper the other
Sure,
way?
I get it if you're
But I
south
have
of
to
the
say,
equator. If you're
I-
south of
my-
the equator,
My mate is an Aussie, and he is definitely an over-the-road person, too.
Is that a fact?
That's why we get along so well.
he's from Australia.
He's an Aussie, yes.
Really?
So hey Lynn, I'm just discovering that on the Spreaker page where people would be listening to this, there is a
Yes.
little chat window. There's a chat thing, and you could pop it up, and it says the chat history is empty. So I'm doing this and saying, "Is anyone there?" Now, Eva, are you on the actual page?
I am.
Okay. So did you see my thing pop up?
It's right by a little
Did you
icon
see
of a
the
roll of
chat-
toilet paper.
Did you see the chat window?
Did you see my little
New
thing
Facebook
pop up?
post.
Did you?
Boy, when you say, "Did you see my little thing
All right.
pop up?"
All right.
We just
I
went
was
to R,
trying to move on.
and I think that's more quirk factor
I
than
was
we
really
wanted.
trying to move on. Okay, stop. Okay, stop. Okay.
I like the pullover shirt thing, but you starting about your little thing popping
That
up.
I,
And-
ladies and gentlemen, can we please get some control?
Can we move on? Class, sit down. There's 20 more minutes left before recess.
Eva, everything was fine till you showed up.
No, that's not true. That is so not true. You are the whipped cream on what was a day-old cupcake.
All right,
dear.
so wait. The point is, so you're on the Spreaker page, and I typed a chat thing. And nothing popped up on the page.
Yeah, well, I had to click on the little icon that was like a little speaker.
Oh, so
cloud.
we really have to spell it out for people. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Good to know. Good to know. But it is interesting that if
Now
they're
you see it says, "Is anyone there?" And
yeah,
no
that
one's-
that would be me. So apparently you are the only one.
Hey, so I have a fun thing that would be fun to do, if you don't mind me hopping in there. So
Hey, I have a fun thing to do.
Bob today on his Facebook page did a little broadcast for friends and shared about miscellaneous items he found in his drawer.
Yeah.
And he had the most wacky, wild things. It was really fun. And in fact, it'd be fun for you to share a couple of highlights of those, Bob. But Eva, can you go to just any drawer and whip it out and just take out a couple things and kind of share?
Again with the verbiage. Could we
Eva,
could we
go,
this
go
is
to
a
your drawers
family
and whip it out.
Could we just be aware that we have I told iTunes this was a family-friendly
did.
show.
And because then we paid less for the rights. And there was a discount thing that they gave us because it was going to be PG.
All right.
So whip it out of the drawer, Eva, and
Let us know a couple miscellaneous items, because I swear it can be a shocker what you find. I might even do the same.
So I wonder what would happen if somebody else, not that there's, hordes of people waiting, but if somebody else tried to call in with Skype with Fun with Bob and Lynn, what would happen then? I mean, like if we're already on there.
is Lynn going through a drawer?
So
what she's doing?
I am going through a drawer.
There's this woman, Jessica Park. I just said her name. I probably should have asked permission first.
She married Matthew Broderick, didn't she?
Yeah. No. And I think I'm actually going to be interviewed by her next week for this thing I got going in Atlanta. I'm not going to plug anything, so just everybody relax. But she likes the fact that I just said it's working now on Facebook, so maybe she's listening. And
Okay, good.
if she is, then it would be great if she'd click the little chat icon and on the lower left of the screen where it's very difficult to explain where it is. But
Now, if you had the icon be a roll of toilet paper, they could find it easier.
if it was done over.
Over.
So I just found I just found a button that says, in my drawer, it says, yes, say yes to success. But how are we saying yes to success when it's buried in a cluttered drawer?
That's right. Are you really saying yes to success?
And a wind chime. Look at this wind chime with beads all tangled up in it and an old cord from 1980.
She's telling you to look at it, folks, and it's an audio program. But
Only a master broadcaster will be able to point that flaw out.
Yeah, I wish I was a master broadcaster.
Do you have
like
any
Robert.
buttons, Bob? I can think of one button I have. You know what my button says?
I pulled out a button out of my drawer earlier, and it said, "Life is short. Break some rules." That was one of the things that I pulled out.
The only button I own, it says. Well, actually, that's not true. I've got one on my backpack.
I know. I bet you I know what yours. I know the button. I know the button you're going to say.
Okay.
Because I have it too.
I don't think that we're talking about the same button, but
then,
go ahead.
It's about how it ends, right?
No, but that's a good button. Yeah, how's it going to end?
How's it going to end?
Which is from The Truman Show.
Yeah.
But no, the one that I like, it says, it's Sinatra's world, we just live in it.
So you own that button.
I do own that button. And I'm going to give it to my daughter when she graduates college because she made such a fuss about it.
So, Eva, did you find something?
I found a couple of things. I found some Wet Ones antibacterial hand wipes.
I like this woman a lot. I like her a lot.
See, she's Rob. Your picture's up on the Skype window, so he knows what you look like, and that is what she looks like. What? Oh,
okay.
Lynn found her sound effect box.
That's another thing I found.
And see, I'm not doing
right
that.
next to the chattering teeth.
I've got my own sound effects. Like, that's a terrible
That's a bad
one.
one. That's not good.
Oh no, I broke a glass. That's whatever. That is totally Lynn.
There was an anonymous knock at the door. Come in. Why? It's John the janitor.
And
Okay.
with him is Eva Gregory.
And she's found something in her drawers.
I know. That's just great.
It was a little thing of Bob's that popped up.
It was a little thing, yes. That's just why you live broadcasting, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens.
My God. All right.
The truth just squirts out like that.
Oh,
Ladies,
nice.
gentlemen, children of all ages. All right. Anyway.
Want to talk about the alien cat, Bob?
No, Eva was in her drawers.
You pointed at me. So.
See, you start this, and then when I say something, you go, "Oh, shame on you."
Well, there isn't any other way to say it.
No, you can. You could say desk drawer.
Well, I don't know if it's in it. Was it a desk drawer?
It is a desk
All
drawer.
right.
Thank you, Miss Eva. I love this
Eva,
one.
I know you've mentioned that.
I do find a button that says leap.
Leap is good.
Oh, look, we all got these cool little buttons.
Although that could be that could be translated as good or bad. You know what? Screw it. Leap. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yes. Take the plunge.
You're right. I got nothing for you. Yeah.
Nothing here.
But that doesn't really fit with our conversation of fun and personal development and possibility.
Is that what this show's about?
No, it's about you being a master broadcaster.
Okay.
That's what this is all about. All right.
Took years to learn.
Wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. So where are we now in this conversation? We've all talked about things we found in our drawers.
I don't have anything. I just talked about a button that I have.
Well, that's right. That's right. Well,
I don't.
But your drawers aren't here.
They're organized. Well, first of all, they're not here, right? And second of all, everything's organized.
That's right. If there were things in your drawer, they'd be in alphabetical order,
right?
Or categorized by
size and weight, both European weight and, of course, just pounds as opposed to grams.
In order by color.
Well, speaking of buttons, why don't we talk about what our hot buttons are?
Look,
hot buttons.
I love this woman.
She's the topic queen.
She is the topic queen.
Here's something to talk about.
Tell me a little about yourself.
All right, you guys talk about that for a minute. I'm going to see if I can't get some people showing up to the page.
All right, Lynn, when you talk about hot buttons, what are you talking about? Like someone who can push your buttons and get you angry? Or talk about...
Like, I could... Yeah, just something where...
Or if they can push your buttons and get you
pet...
excited? No, I don't mean it. That can... See...
Oh,
We've
gone down this road.
That's
and now
why
there's
it's fun with Bob and Lynn. Oh, my goodness.
Really?
That's why it is fun with Bob and Lynn. I just wanted to clarify. So you have to start, just like you did with the coffee, and then I'll have a better grasp.
Well, I mean, like the pet peeves. Like just something that, for
Oh,
whatever
I've got
reason.
one.
Oh, good. See?
Oh, good. Go, girl.
This don't ask me, do I want this or do I want that? And I tell you I want that, and then you proceed to give me this.
Example. Give us a for instance.
So would you like to go see Iron Man, or would you like to go see, I don't know, make up a movie? Yeah, let's go see Iron Man. I think we're going to go see blah.
Wow, who does that?
Well,
you're Australian
guys
guy?
from Australia. Kind of stepped into that puddle.
But boy, that's like, yeah.
Oh, that would peeve me off. That's not good.
Charge here.
Would peeve me off.
I don't like when people don't use turn signals, Lynn. Ticks me
Oh
off.
my God! Well, I think we can all be on board with that.
Well, yeah, but no one. I mean, that's like there was a comedian who did this bit one time where he says, "How many of you are good drivers?" And everyone in the room raises their hand, and that's statistically impossible because there's very few. I hate when people don't use turn signals. I think it's stupid. I think it's dangerous. And it's stupid. Did I mention stupid? It's like the guy says, well, I was in the left-hand turn lane, so why do I have to have my left-hand turn signal on? And I'm thinking to myself, if you are so stupid that you don't know to use the turn signal, how do I know you're smart enough to be in the correct lane?
Well, it might be stupid and lazy. That might be
okay.
a combo factor, right?
I guess. That bothers me. There's a button. There's a button. A button that was pushed.
Yeah. I'm kind of like that in traffic. Like I'll be peaceful. I'll be in a great place. I'm all agape. Oh, life is good, right?
Good word.
And then all of a sudden, but I feel like, come on, folks, drive the speed limit. We got places to go, people to see. And then you got someone who's just like, do, and they're driving really slow, or they get in front of you in your lane, come into your lane, and they're just now going really slow. And all of a sudden I'm like, I just become become like the Tasmanian devil
I've seen
when I
it.
get inside my car.
True
in
story.
Response to traffic.
Yeah, I can vouch for that being true. I know I have a million of them. I know Lynn has witnessed me get irritated on numerous, like today probably. And I can't remember, like even today you were on, oh, well, that was about something else, so we're not going to share that. But there are moments that I definitely do get, I mean, I have those. But right now I'm drawing a blank, probably because I'm busy trying to get people over to the show.
Because you're so perfect.
Yeah, and that's, you know what? And that's a hot button for me. It irritates me how...
When people point out the obvious?
How about when people give you advice when you didn't ask? I know that's...
That was what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. That one,
you don't like being told what to do, and especially when you didn't even ask to be told what to do.
That's true. That does send me over the edge. Luckily, Lynn has
Not
never
the edge
had
of
to
glory,
experience
though.
that. It's never happened between us since the show started.
But you know what? I do know another thing that pushes your buttons, Bob. I've seen it.
Oh, okay. When you don't take Cody out in time?
The whole thing.
Make your dog sit with
No,
a full
that
bladder
pushes
for
my
9
dog's
hours.
buttons.
Yeah, I would hope. Yeah.
No, it's the alien cat.
Okay, so now we've opened up a conversational door that now
That's
we must
correct.
walk through. You've created an open loop that we must now work to close in hopefully a fun and creative way. Rob is rubbing his temples.
No,
He's a master broadcaster. He's going. No good can come from this.
I am a master broadcaster, but I don't know about the alien cat.
You know what?
He doesn't know about the alien cat. So
you know what I'll have to do
he's
is we'll talk about it for a second, and then I'll have to add a picture to the blog, to the
oh God,
post,
yes,
because I do
Must.
have that. So the other day I was in LA, and Len and I were walking Cody, which is the dog, Cody's
the
Len's
aforementioned dog.
the aforementioned dog, and this cat shows up, this white, hairless, freaky-looking alien creature that was a cat shaped anyway, right?
It looks like a character from Avatar. The face looks like from Avatar.
Yeah. And was like coming right up to Cody, and Cody's a Papillon, so he's about the same size. So it wasn't but just the weirdest looking thing, and making all this weird noise, and not leaving us alone. And I don't know how to tell this story properly.
That's very apparent.
Follow us while we're walking, but came right up to Cody, like fearless. And Cody's like, "Arr!" And the cat's just like right up there, like could give a crap, and just like, and the energy of this cat was not normal, not like a cat. It was like a human, and really like an alien in a cat's body. And then we noticed the cat then was following us around, trying to go in the streets. And we got, okay, we gotta take over this cat till we can find the owner. And so came in to the apartment, and I tried calling on the number and no answer. Turns out my neighbor knew that was a neighbor's cat who wasn't home, and I guess had gotten out somehow. So now there's this cat in my place, and I have to take Cody into the other room because it's upsetting Cody. And Bob, from that point, if you want to share about the cat and what that cat was doing.
Well, I was actually looking. Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's right. You abandoned me with this alien freak who's jumping all over Lynn's cabinets and getting behind coffee makers and crawling behind her piano and just this weird, creepy.
But not like a normal cat.
No. When it jumps with this sort of like levitation weird. I'm telling you, it is not from this earth. And I'm about to post a picture. I'm gonna go find a picture.
You took a picture of the cat.
Yeah, because it'll last longer.
When you see the picture, you'll see.
And I guess
the thing, it literally, from what you described, and I saw how it would leap here and there too. It's like it is not a normal cat. It is this whole other creature, and it turns out it's deaf. By the way, we found out, but it just all of a sudden appears. It's almost like a Jedi cat. All of a sudden would jump and suddenly be wherever it was going, but yet it was also just wanting to go wherever it wanted. Just to ignore what you wanted. Now, the thing was, at one point, Bob sent me a picture or a video, even though I was just in the other room, but I had to hide out with Cody. He sent me a picture of the cat on his lap, and then the cat would go up to him and start licking his face with his little rough tongue.
Oh, that's right. Not just rough. You know how cats' tongues are rough. This was freaking sandpaper with nails in it. I'm not kidding. It hurt. It actually hurt. It
yes.
was just, and I'm still trying to find the picture. I'm scrolling through the pictures.
Now, I loved this cat because
you didn't have to deal with it, right?
Well, it was just like I just could not believe there is a soul in this cat that's just otherworldly, and it turns out it was the neighbors. And they came and finally got the cat, and the cat's name we come to find out is Divine. Now they also now have another cat that now has been coming almost daily to my balcony. It escaped somehow and will stand on the other side of the glass with Cody running at the glass trying to bark, and the cat just looks at him peacefully and then sometimes even just sits down and just unfazed, almost like, yeah, what you got? What else you got? But then one time I heard Cody barking. I came in the other room and I thought, oh, I don't see the cat in the glass. And then I saw Cody go into the second bedroom where the studio is. And I go in there, and that cat had gotten inside my place. The cat had found a way to let itself in. It opened the screen door on its own.
Which the owners had told us the cats know how to do, because we kept asking, well, how do the cats keep getting out? Well, they know.
That's
how
like
to
the
open screen door.
Velociraptor in Jurassic Park.
It is. It is just like that. Okay, so I'm having trouble finding
Eva?
this.
Is
No,
Eva
she's
still-
there. She's
Okay,
very
good.
politely. And I want to say that there's a couple of other people who've showed up in chat, too. So there are people listening to us and being involved in chat, and I've abandoned them trying to find this picture of this
Yeah,
stinking
that's
cat.
really not that important, do you
Well,
think,
why don't
Bob?
we just post the cat later?
Right, it's
post it later.
A post.
But I'd be curious, and if Eva hasn't, stay on with us, and if you have, chime in as you will. But see if there's any questions. People in the chat room, if you're listening, ask a question, and
Let's go to the
play
phone,
with it.
Jello.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Paola. Paola, whatever. She's listening.
Paola.
Paola.
And she's trying to imagine what kind of creature I'm describing, and I understand that, and I wish I could show you.
It's like a.
And then Liam is there, and Jackie's there. We got several people in the chat room.
Sphinx.
It did. It looked like, I don't know. I wish I could show you.
It looked like a sphinx. A sphinx.
A sphinx.
Well, or a sphinx.
Or a sphinx.
They couldn't afford the S in Egypt.
And Vanessa's listening too. This is awesome. Thank you guys for showing up and participating. Vanessa just is part of the 30 days. Living the system thing.
Awesome.
So she's in that group, and
you'll be getting a survey soon, Vanessa.
No.
Via email.
Don't listen to Rob. He's just a master broadcaster. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Doesn't know what the heck he's talking
So,
about.
but I would be curious if any of you who are listening or on Skype, what would happen if you tried to call us, given that Eva is connected? Like, could I bring you in and we're all here, or what's the deal? I think that's important to know.
So we're going to test the system. We're going to just step out there and go, let's test the system. And
Yeah, I mean, as long
happens.
as we're all here, let's do it.
Let's do this is like a campfire.
But,
This is very kumbaya, Bob.
I guess, Lynn, probably you're not looking at the chat window. You should be, though. You should. You should go. You should go.
Well, there's
to the
advice you weren't asking
just only
for.
because. Nice.
Good
But
one,
Vanessa
Rob.
said hi, Lynn, in chat, and it would be nice if you could be able to type back
That
and
was
say
a
hello.
softball right
How do
down.
I get onto chat?
Really? You go to our Spreaker page.
I'm on the
Our Spreaker page. So go to the Facebook. Go to Fun with Bob and Lynn. I don't know. You just
Yeah,
do
go
it
to Fun with Bob and
magically.
Lynn, and then how do you get on the Spreaker page? Just click on the thing?
Well,
Log in, sign in.
well, if you're at Fun with
Alrighty
Bob
then.
and Lynn, that's a fair question.
Yeah, I mean, other people might want to know that too. I mean, obviously, some people found out
You're right.
how to.
You're
but-
right. You're right. All right. So hold on. I'll figure it out. Oh. There's a chat window. There's a chat window right there on the Fun with Bob and Lynn. So you see the player, and there's a number, and it says right now it says 15.
Yes.
Okay, that's the chat. So pop chat, and then
Oh,
there it is.
okay, I
It's the
got
chat
it. How
window.
can we connect through Skype? Go to Skype and
Oh
ask
yeah,
for a
Fun
connect
with Bob and
request.
Lynn. Fun with Bob
That's
and
all
Lynn.
one word. Fun with Bob and Lynn. Hi, Jackie Garcia.
I guess saying that would be.
Vanessa Paula.
Liam.
Trying to imagine what kind
Liam.
of creature you're describing. Liam Nettle Pickett. Perhaps the cat was loopy. I love it.
The cat was.
The Latina love goddess, says Jackie Garcia. That's great. There is life out there. Good stuff, folks.
Yeah.
Got to invite them in.
Well, yeah, we can try, but if I mean,
There should
I
be
don't-
some parting gifts. Don't you think they should have some parting gifts?
Yeah.
Like the Bob and Lynn, Fun with Bob and Lynn home game. There should be something we should
the
give these
Bob
people.
and Lynn home game.
Yes.
The Fun with Bob
Fun
and
with
Lynn
Bob at home game should be
game.
something we give the guests. You know, when they do something like this, when they go to Skypeinator and they punch the icon and
Skypeinator.
they
We'll give them a button with the face of the alien.
I
cat.
like that. That would be cool.
We could totally do that. All right, hold on. New contact request, and we're going to add her to contacts. And so that's
Harry in New
and
York.
she's
How you
gonna-
doing, Harry?
I hope she calls, because then that way we can get have the pronunciation.
Paola.
Paola. So it's probably
Paola.
Paula. She's from Brazil, so I hope I'm pronouncing it
There's a
correctly.
woman I work with. Her
She's
name is
typing.
Paola.
She's typing. So I'm guessing that's what it is. Yes, that's me, Paola. All right, so Paola, call us and see what happens. Oh, we could do add to group call. Like I could call you right now. Is that okay if I just do that? I could
Well,
call
why
you.
don't you let her try to call us?
All right. So let's see what happens if you call us. She's typing away. She may not be. Maybe she's not. You can pronounce it like Paula. Okay, so we can just say Paula.
Okay, fine.
All right, Paula. Thank you.
Great.
Now, do you know? Now, here's something interesting. Raul is spelled how? Raul.
That is
Raul. But why don't we call him Paul instead of Paul? Thank you, Ava. I love this woman.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
I'm
It
here
says.
all week.
Okay,
I'm
so
here all week.
so look.
Tip
Here's the
the
choices.
waiter.
Guys, please.
What?
I'm gonna add her to the group call. We have Paula. Hi.
Hi.
This is
Yay! It
we're-
works.
yes.
Now see if she can say hi to Eva.
So yes, she can. Right. Paula, you can hear Eva, and Eva, you can hear Paula. Right? You can all talk to each other.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so turn your radio down. we've got the years old broadcaster problem where somebody's
Turn it
listening
down.
and
Turn it down.
and you're
Turn
hearing
it
the
down.
delay, and that's
Yeah,
what's
this is
happening.
great. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is great.
Okay.
So you have to just turn the radio down, then you can join the conversation.
And now,
just hear
hold
us
on,
via
Vanessa.
Skype.
Vanessa's calling too. I'm going to add her to conversation. I'm going to add her to contact.
Turn it down.
So just turn off. What?
Okay.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is
Stop
great.
it! Wow, this is funny on so many levels to me. So what I was trying to say was that we have the option when somebody calls in to either hold the people who are on the call, and go straight to the one person who's calling,
Or spin the wheel of
Stop it.
fortune.
Robert.
Now I have just Skype online, and I can hear you.
Okay, great. Oh, okay, terrific. So that way we don't have the echo anymore. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so now Vanessa just was added to the contact list. So Vanessa, if you call, we can bring you onto this group thing too, and we'll have 5 people chatting at once. This is better than calls. This is better than radio.
There's nothing
Let's-
better than radio.
BTR, better than radio. Not Blog Talk
Let's
Radio.
see if there's an. We want to hear what your quirk is. Wait a minute. Wait for it.
Wait for it. Yeah, this is great.
Oh, gee. See? Yes, Lynn and her sound effect machine. You see why I hang with this woman? Okay.
A 9-volt battery does wonders.
Okay, so I'm going to add Vanessa to the call. Here we go. One moment.
Bob's having fun with a mouse.
I'm pushing buttons. Vanessa,
And
you
Paula,
there?
I'm here.
Wow, how about that? So we've got Vanessa and Paula and Eva and me, Rob and Lynn. It's become...
We can play poker
and
now.
others who are listening in the chat room, too.
That's right. And yeah.
Unless they've given up on us.
Well, yeah. Well, no, they're still there. Liam and
Or
Liam
they
and Jack
could
still
they
there.
could have walked away from their computer to check what's in their drawer.
And
just
we've
gotta
got turn
turn-
your radio.
Yeah, this is
Turn
great.
off
Yeah,
the
this is great. Yeah, this is great.
Turn off the playback and just listen to us via Skype.
That's right. If you're on Skype, that's right. If you're on Skype, you got to turn off the.
The playback. Oh, Lord.
Turn it down.
We're
Turn
all
it down.
laughing because on radio, that's like a common thing.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, this
So,
is great.
if you
This is
turn
great.
We got to. Oak has got to hear this.
Gotta
Okay.
hear this. Gotta hear
one
this.
more time.
All right. Oh, now Robert's calling. Hold on. Robert has been wanting to be added to the group call. Let's bring them all on. Let's
But
see how many
Robert,
people.
if you're listening to us on the computer, turn
Turn
the
down-
computer
turn
off
down-
before you get the Skype.
Yeah, this is great.
And have you join us. Meanwhile,
Robert from New York, come on down.
Okay.
What's the-
All right. All right. Stop. Okay.
What's the price
All right.
of
That's
this
enough of that.
grandfather clock?
Okay. So Robert, are you there?
oh,
Oh, jeez. He's got
There's
a
a
major
playback.
delay. So Robert, if you're there, you really got to turn off the Spreaker feed, so you're only doing the Skype. Thank you. Boy, I'm getting confused now. We got far too many people
Yep.
on here, and I don't even know. I'm trying to find out how I can see who all we've got.
Well, that's okay. Let me tune in while you work the controls there.
Okay, thank you.
mister.
Talk.
Let's actually get to some content.
Oh, great idea.
I love this woman.
How about, shall we? Should we actually talk about something?
Yes. Who won the Derby?
So, Paula,
cares?
you're on with us still, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Do you have a fun quirk you can share with us, or a pet peeve?
No, not for now. Now I.
That's okay. What about you, Vanessa?
Oh gosh, I have so many. I have to think of one.
Right? Oh, just name a few.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I have a 21-year-old and a 16-year-old. Where do I start?
And the quirk with dealing with them would be, or the pet peeve, I see. Is that what the pet peeve would be?
Oh goodness, I guess my pet peeve, and this is so funny because my mother used to do this to me all the time. When you have to tell your children more than once to do something, and the more you tell them, it seems like the higher your voice gets, and when you get to that point where it sounds like they finally hear you, then they go, "Well, Mom, why are you yelling at me?" It's like, well, if you did it the first 15 times I asked you, I wouldn't be yelling.
Right?
Kids.
That's
kids.
how Bob.
Yes. What?
This is great.
Oh, I see. You're being hilarious again. I forgot how that works. Okay, so wait. Robert tried to call, add the contact.
Look at you trying to. Okay.
I'm still no. So I'm. Robert is in Brentwood, so he's out your way. So I'm trying to add him to the group call. And
Thanks for giving us the play-by-play, Bob.
Well, no, it's very helpful because for the folks at home, that's jargon we use when
it's
you're
not
a
working.
master
It's
broadcaster.
telling me to add a phone
I
number,
see.
and I don't know if he's on the phone or if he's on the computer or whatever. But I've added you, Robert. So let me see if I can.
Well, the nice thing is
while
he's listening.
you're doing that, while you're working on that, mister,
Just stop talking, Bob, and let's get back to the
let me
content.
just open it up to Ava. Ava, by the way, just let's solve the mystery once and for all. Is it Eva Gregory or Ava Gregory?
It's Eva Gregory. But honey, when my Atlanta Southern accent comes out, it sounds like Ava. But it's really Eva.
Ava Gregory.
That's right.
Hello, you.
Yeah, Eva, you posted earlier that you made the move from Atlanta, so I never knew that you were from Atlanta or that you had been here.
Yes. I grew up there, basically. Came out to San Francisco in '84. Sold everything I owned. Sold or gave away everything. everything. I mean, I'll have to tell you that when I got out here and I got off that plane and I realized I did not own a key to anything, it was a very strange feeling.
Was it kind of cathartic, though? Was it freeing?
It was freaky first, and then it was freeing.
I mean, that must be kind of cool not to say, because Carlin does that whole thing about all our stuff. We always have to have our stuff. And you kind of like started new, truly fresh.
Yes, I did. And it was a very good thing. It was a very good thing.
So the reason that we're having this conversation is because I posted earlier today that I'm getting ready for this cross-country move from Atlanta to L.A., and I was saying, how do I know what to get rid of and sell and give away? I don't want to get into this conversation now. It evoked amazing responses. You never know what you're going to post on Facebook and what gets responses. But, Lynn, you've seen the responses. It was amazing. It got really, like, deep and philosophical. And, like, I was just wondering, well, 6 months, 3 months when I haven't used it? And people really got into really cool stuff. It was really it was a very interesting thread.
About how you process what you keep, about starting over, about not dragging your past into the future.
Yeah.
About letting go. It was it's good stuff. Yep. And having faith. So why don't we just open it up to everyone who's now joined us as open callers. And anyone have any question you want to toss out there, whatever it's about, we can just open it up. Wide territory.
Well, right now, the only two people that I'm showing on the Skype conversation still connected are Vanessa and Eva. I think we lost a couple of others or whatever. I know Robert is connected with me via Skype, via chat, but not through the call. So he can either, whatever. And then we've got the chat window on the page. But Paula was having trouble with the connection. So.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. But go ahead. Do either of you two lovely gals have a topic for discussion or a question you want to just kind of toss out there?
Because we're tired of running the show. We want you to do it now.
What do you think, radio?
Don't all speak at once because, then we won't.
Be kind to the audience. That's how you make your money. Okay.
All right.
We're down in the coal room on the Titanic.
Okay, here's what that is. Oh, my God.
What was that? Did someone flush?
That's what it sounded like.
That was...
Okay.
Now, Lynn will use that sound effects machine in public.
Okay, so there's a hot button for Bob.
No, it's not. No, it's fine. I enjoy the playfulness. I do. I think it's endearing and wonderful. So I don't have a problem with that.
The jocularity.
Until such time as
one day I wake up and go, what?
And it's a lot of little pieces on the floor, and Bob goes, Cody.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, but guys, we are like 2 minutes away from being an hour exactly.
Right, almost 8 o'clock Eastern, which would be
5 o'clock
Pacific. Right, and that'd be 7 o'clock Central.
And 6 o'clock Mountain. So
I love this woman.
Now we got that straight.
So we could totally wrap this up at an hour, and it'd be neat and tidy.
Yeah.
And not have to keep digging.
Keep them wanting more.
Well, we know Rob would like that.
No, I'm down with it. But, you want to keep them wanting more, so they'll tune in next time. It's all about, we call that in the business a tease.
So we're truly at 58 and a half. I could start the music, and then we could talk our way up to the top of the hour, and it'd be this wonderful, clean, ta-da, look how cool we are. We nailed it to 60 minutes. What do you think?
So you're saying that basically we would have at least ended perfectly, even though we were a total mess until through the whole show.
It was not a total mess. Lynn says that every time. Lynn, every single show, she goes, "Oh, that was a waste. That wasn't funny. There was nothing there." And she uses that voice.
Did you sing your ukulele music?
Next time.
See?
I promise.
There you go.
Next time, live ukulele performance. I thought it might show up this time, but it didn't. But that's okay. We were so engrossed in whatever the heck it was we talked about for an hour.
Toilet paper,
right.
Well, basically, this was our way of now integrating the new way we're going to be doing the show and integrating y'all joining us. So we appreciate you guys playing along with us.
Oh, my God, yes. That's an understatement. You guys being a part and calling in with Skype was freaking awesome.
It was fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was great.
All right, you guys. So I'm gonna let you two go so that we can wrap it up here. But Eva, Vanessa, thanks, and Paula and Robert and everybody who tried to call in. That was just awesome. We'll talk to you, Eva. I'll see you soon when I get out there.
Yay.
All right.
We'll let
bye.
you know what the next show is, and we had so much fun. The next time, we promise next time, it truly is going to be a barrel of.
Oh, jeez, really? Okay.
I'm going to send her a fruit basket.
Rob, master broadcaster. Lynn, sound effects box hack. I don't know.
She's a Foley. She's a Foley.
She's a Foley, that's right. She's a walking, talking sound effects machine. All right. We're 15 minutes over, and I had a perfect time. Not 15 minutes, 15 seconds over. So that and it faded at the perfect time. All right, well, let's do this again.
I'm sending her a fruit basket for sure.
Lynn, Rob, thank you for making this the most amazing 60 and a half minutes that I've had in a really, really long time. And thanks to everybody who participated. It was awesome. And we will see you next time we see you. Bye, Lynn.
Bye.